St. Sebastian's varsity hockey team is one of 16 teams competing in the Independent School League. At St. Seb's, there's a clear difference between coaching boys to play hockey and preparing those boys to become gentlemen for the rest of their lives. I'm Joel Idelson, and this is New England Hockey Journal.
If home is truly where the heart is, St. Sebastian's is where the hearts of many reside. For 75 years, the Needham, Massachusetts school has strived to mold young boys into men. Aside from its faith-based initiatives, St. Seb's has also created a hockey home for many aspiring athletes. In the ultra-competitive Independent School League, the Arrows have forged a legacy the hockey community admires.
The program is incredibly strong. I mean, you look at, there are great schools in our league. You look at Belmont Hill, they have a squash program that's off the charts. They have a wrestling program that's off the charts. They don't need to recruit. People find out about it, they want to be part of it. That's the same with us. We don't have to recruit. I know there are a lot of schools in our league that do recruit. We do not. And the boys tend to come to us in grades 7, 8, and 9, percolate up through the ranks, and they want to be part of something great.
The kids at this school have an incredible spirit. They really love each other. The brotherhood of the school is so strong. They support each other, whether it's at athletic events, whether it's a school play, whether it's a concert. These kids are there for each other, and it really creates a great atmosphere within the school.
One of the core principles espoused by St. Sebastian's is delivering on a promise to create the same experience in athletics as they do in the classroom. Coaches also teach at the school. And in the case of St. Seb's hockey program, head coach Sean McCann is leading in the classroom and on the ice. Now in his 8th year at the school, McCann previously was an assistant coach at Harvard University.
We really believe in the teacher-coach model because we want our students to benefit from faculty not only in the classroom, but out on the fields, on the ice, on the courts, because they're the mentors for these kids.
I also try to bring the college style, in other words, the preparation, the video, use of video, the workouts to the high school level in preparation for these guys. We don't do it at the same level, but the approach is very similar, so that when they get to the college level, they're accustomed to it, they're used to it, so that adjustment or acclimation is pretty easy for them.
We have colleagues, fellow athletic directors who are pretty jealous of the fact that we do such a good job hiring, and that's a real credit to Bill Burke, our headmaster, and Mike Nerbon, our assistant headmaster, who are in charge of the hiring. They want to bring in good people who will be great in the classroom, but also will serve as great role models on the fields. And they're none better than our two hockey coaches, Sean McCann and Jed Doherty, who both do a spectacular job, whether it's coaching hockey or Sean also as a baseball coach and Jed as a lacrosse coach. These guys really get to know the kids and care about them, not just as athletes, but also as students and most importantly as people.
For young players with big dreams, junior hockey is usually a required stepping stone on the path to college. St. Sebastian senior R.J. Murphy was one of those players. Drafted by the USHL's Dubuque Fighting Saints, Murphy left home for Iowa to begin his junior career. But Dubuque wasn't home. St. Sebastian's was in his heart. And although he was off to a strong start in the USHL, the Harvard commit couldn't bear the thought of missing out on his senior year with the Arrows. His decision to return home is testimony to the draw of the St. Sebastian's experience.
They had drafted me 3 years ago after my freshman year, and they were in contact with me trying to get me to go out for my junior year, and I decided I wanted to stay. Didn't really think I would be going out there at all. And then I went out to their main camp last year in June and played pretty well. And the coach, there was a new coach there, a different coach that drafted me, and he really tried to get me hard. And I told him that I didn't really want to go, and then he kind of flew out to Boston over the summer and pretty much talked with me and my parents and convinced me to go out there and see what it was like. It came down to I was going to a school that was not really the same as Seb's, and I was having success on the ice. I really was enjoying it. I was playing a lot, and our team was doing really well out there. And yeah, like I struggled with the decision, but overall, like this is the school that I pretty much spent most of my time at growing up, and there was some unfinished business that I thought we could get done this senior year, and that's why I chose to come back.
We're here at the Own the Moment store in Burlington, Massachusetts, and I'm with Mike Lane, who's a personal fit expert here at the Bauer store. Mike, we're going to talk about skates, and I had the benefit of trying on all three lines, the Vapor, the Nexus, and the Supreme, and that open toe. What a smart way to fit somebody.
Isn't it great? We're very fortunate that we have the open toes, not only to fit and feel, but to actually see where your foot sits inside that footbed. Especially as we figured out you're in a Supreme boot right now.
Yeah.
You like it. It's a
Yeah.
very comfortable boot. We've already pretty distinguished right away that the Vapor was not, because you hit a little bit more of a higher instep.
Yeah, it's a little narrow in that boot for me.
Correct. So what we tried to do, we tried to put it more into a perspective, put you in the Nexus. It's a more of a volume skate, higher profile. Hit your heel sits a lot deeper inside the heel pocket. Right away, you were more on the apt of saying it felt good.
It just felt right for me. Yeah, I was surprised.
Well, perfect. And that's one thing we take advantage of here at On the Moment is the open toe technique. It's a big difference. It makes a big difference, not just visually, but again, the fit and performance.
Can we try those Nexuses on? I know you got the sheet here. I'd like to see them in action.
I'd love to see that.
Let's go.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can definitely feel a difference in this boot, Mike. A lot more room for my foot.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, obviously, we did all the things we needed to do with the off ice. Now we take it on ice, and now it's more of a comfort and a feel from your standpoint. And as long as you feel good and the heel lock is good, the volume is good, I think we've done our job.
That's all good.
The Hockey Academy is your home for adult hockey. Leagues are now forming at rinks throughout Massachusetts and New Hampshire.
It's real easy to get into. They place you on a team.
Just went online, signed up, even got a discount because I paid a little bit early.
It's not huge teams, you don't have 30 people on a team, so you're getting plenty of ice time. We get the refs, we get the jerseys, we get nice convenient times. Great exercise, good time, always good group of guys.
Hockey's just the greatest game there is.
Sign up today at adulthockey.com.
Sup?
Just hanging.
I hear they've got great ski deals here at the Woodstock Inn.
The best in the White Mountains. The weekday B&Ski deal starts at $87 for a ski pass and a night's stay.
Breakfast included.
And look around. There's 4 world-class ski hills within 40 minutes of here.
It's enough to make you lose your head.
Oh dear.
The Woodstock Inn.
Feel free to be.
What does the Learning to Ski crowd, family crowd, fearless conquer the mountain thrill seeker crowd, cozy sleigh ride, Nordic, relax by the fire crowd have in common? Waterville Valley Resort. Have it all.
You guys have had a lot of success since the days that you've played. Still a lot of success. What do you think is going to happen in the future with St. Seb's?
Yeah, I think they have a very bright future. I think their coaching staff, Sean McCann, Jed Doherty, is second to none. And especially from my experiences, I learned so much playing here. I think I developed a lot, and I know they have a lot of good young players coming in here, and I'm hoping that in the future they'll start to continue to do well and hopefully have similar success that that we had, maybe even better. So let's see.
It seems that there's a lot of competition around prep schools and private schools right now. So if you were going to tell somebody why they need to attend St. Seb's, what would you tell them?
I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's almost just the experiences you have, and I think making it an all-boys school, for me especially, made it so much more fun. Just hanging out with the guys all day, and you kind of get away with stuff in classes that you wouldn't maybe at other schools, and just the teachers and just the atmosphere of the school is so different, I think, than other schools. And I've talked to, I have friends who went to Nobles and Belmont Hill and Thayer and other schools, and they all love Sebs. They all love the Sebs kids. And I think there's just something special about the people that are in the community, and that's what separates it.
What does it mean to be back here? Like, how does it feel?
Yeah, it's pretty special. This is kind of where it all started for me. Both hockey-wise and off the ice. All my best friends went to school here with me, and just a lot of great memories here. And obviously my hockey started to take off, here, especially as I got a little bit older and started playing on the varsity team and stuff like that. So just a lot of great memories here.
You like coming back to this campus?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, my little brother goes to school here, and he's gonna be a freshman. So whenever I'm home, I get to swing by and sometimes pick him up from school, and then, whenever I drive by, it always brings back such good memories, and it's such a special school. So.
It's a nice campus.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
They got a nice field out here. This complex here. What is this over here?
This is the art center here. So I had a few classes in here. I did my art stuff, my music, theater. I had a few math classes in here.
And of course, right below
is the rink. So
how often were you thinking about skating while you were sitting in class here?
Yeah, the teacher saw me sneaking across the street quite a bit, a little bit before I was supposed to go down and skate. But I mean, like I said, it's it's such a great campus, and they did a lot of updates to it too, and it looks beautiful now.
St. Sebastian's isn't shy about it. They are a hockey school. Former student athletes like Noah Hannafin and Brian Boyle currently represent the Arrows in the NHL. For senior captain Jack Doherty, St. Seb's and his hockey are in his blood. His grandfather and father were hockey captains, and his uncle Jed has been on the hockey staff for nearly 3 decades. His grandfather, meanwhile, teaches at the school.
Yeah, I see him almost every day. It's pretty cool being able to see your grandfather at school. And I see him in the hallways walking around. He gives me knuckles in the hall whenever I see him, so it's nice seeing him every day. Well, just the history, all the people in the past who've played, Brian Boyle, Kenny Roach, Sean Sullivan, all those guys. The legacy they left on the program. It was just an honor to be able to play for the team that they once played for. And just the kids on the team now, they're great guys, and it's just an honor to play with them. It's been kind of a blessing. It's been a true blessing because I've grown up watching Sebs hockey my whole life, and to be able to play, it just makes it so much more special, especially being captain. Takes the experience to a whole nother level.
I'm here with Christy Kehoe, who is head coach of the women's hockey team at New England College in New Hampshire, and we're at the Pilgrim Arena in Hingham, Massachusetts. Christy, tell us what we're going to discuss today.
Yeah, so women's hockey has grown a lot in the last few years, and I think one of the biggest issues that you have with youth hockey and the girls coming up through elite programs and getting into college hockey is that body contact and angling are two big things that haven't been touched on, along with that, tracking the puck, stick on stick. And being able to use that body contact, because in boys hockey they have checking, and the assumption is that there is no contact in women's hockey, but I think you'll find today with the elite players that we have that it's actually the higher level you get, the more contact there is.
Let's take a look and see how it's done.
Awesome.
All right, so tell us what we're looking here, Christy.
So this is a great tracking drill. You can do it with any age, but you have Alex here stick handling nice and wide with figure eights. And what Megan really has to work on is keeping those eyes up, watching the body while still being able to track that puck. Her stick's in a great position, great stick-on-stick contact here. Alex really can't go anywhere with it, which is an awesome job. Great athletic stance by both sides. So in this next progression, what they're going to do is Megan's going to go in and start to angle Alex off into the boards. Still stick on stick, going through her hands, get a nice pin into the boards, and separate Alex from that puck.
And Alex wants to protect the puck against the boards.
Alex is going to brace herself, nice athletic stance. She's going to put it on that outside hip, which is going to be closer to the boards, and try and protect that puck as much as possible. But the big thing here is getting her to brace herself for that contact.
Let's see it.
Go.
All right, so obviously Megan and Alex showed us how clear it is that the importance of that stick on stick and playing the body is just a natural part of the game.
Absolutely, and you know, the add-ons to that too is when you're going stick through stick, you're going hands through hands and then hips through hands. That prevents that shoulder drive as you would in a men's hockey game or a boys hockey game. And you know, it just makes that separation of the player and puck that much better for the defensive player that's trying to take advantage of it.
And it's obviously important to start teaching this at the youth level as well.
It's so important, and with the game growing as quickly as it has, these young girl programs, 10 and under, 12 and under, even 14s, need to be teaching these body checking protocols and body contact. It's so huge because as you get to the higher levels, watch an Olympic game, there's so much body contact, and it makes a difference with those elite players.
The Hockey Academy is your home for adult hockey. Leagues are now forming at rinks throughout Massachusetts and New Hampshire.
It's real easy to get into. They place you on a team.
Just went online, signed up, even got a discount because I paid a little bit early.
It's not huge teams, you know, you don't have 30 people on a team, so you're getting plenty of ice time. We get the refs, we get the jerseys, we get nice convenient times. Great exercise, good time, always good group of guys.
Hockey's just the greatest game there is.
Sign up today at adulthockey.com.
What does the Learning to Ski crowd, family crowd, fearless conquer the mountain thrill seeker crowd, cozy sleigh ride, Nordic, ooh, ah, relax by the fire crowd have in common? Waterville Valley Resort. Have it all.
Sup?
Just hanging.
I hear they've got great ski deals here at the Woodstock Inn.
The best in the White Mountains. The weekday B&Ski deal starts at $87 for a ski pass and a night stay.
Breakfast included.
And look around. There's 4 world-class ski hills within 40 minutes of here.
It's enough to make you lose your head.
Oh dear.
The Woodstock Inn.
Feel free to be.
The Hockey Academy is your home for adult hockey. Leagues are now forming at rinks throughout Massachusetts and New Hampshire.
It's real easy to get into. They place you on a team.
Just went online, signed up, even got a discount because I paid a little bit early.
It's not huge teams, you know, you don't have 30 people on a team, so you're getting plenty of ice time. We get the refs, we get the jerseys, we get nice convenient times. Great exercise, good time, always good group of guys.
Hockey's just the greatest game there is.
Sign up today at adulthockey.com.
I'm here with Mike Donahue from APT at the New England Sports Village in Attleboro, Massachusetts. And today we're here at their Falmouth, Mass location. And Mike, today we're going to talk about stretching. And stretching is always one of those things guys just think they need to do, get it out of the way and get on the ice.
Yeah, so a really productive warm-up for on-ice activity before is making sure that your body's warmed up and that you're neurologically primed. And that just means that the muscles you're going to use on the ice have to be turned on or activated before you go ahead and use them on the ice. So it's a really big advantage for guys to have a really productive warm-up that's effective, getting their body warmed up, and also neurologically primed.
Can we see a couple?
Absolutely.
All right, Mike, so today Rachel's going to show us what you guys call fast ups.
Yeah.
Explain what that is.
So we have Rachel here. She'll go down to a half kneeling position. Her arms are relaxed, her hips are tucked underneath her, and she's really tall. She's going to think about driving her knee straight up while pushing her front foot hard into the ground. So go ahead, Rachel. Good. And drive right through that front foot.
There's a lot of movement in this.
Yeah, so we're looking to go end range position of our hip, so we get full extension, and then she comes up into full flexion. And that, again, gets us ready for our on-ice activity.
All right, Mike, so for this next dynamic warm-up, Rachel's going to show us what you guys call the A-skip. What's the goal here?
Yeah, so with our A-skip, we want to see our opposite hand moving with our opposite knee. So as she skips, we're looking for big global movement patterns.
All right, Rachel, can you show us how it's done? All right, Mike, so obviously when I'm used to seeing guys stretch, it was always these static poses. That's not it.
Yeah, so now the warm-up process has come a long way. I think the biggest thing is to be really short and impactful. If guys have a really specific routine that helps them get ready for their on-ice, that's the best bet to keep them safe on the ice.
Sean McCann commands the respect of his young charges. With his experience as a college player and coach, he brings compassion and credibility to the ice and in the locker room. He is also someone who knows exactly what he's looking for when putting a team together. For all the talent that St. Seb's attracts, each piece needs to fit the McCann-designed puzzle.
I want a kid that will be extremely aggressive in the manner of the way they play, but also sacrifice themselves for the team. I think that's really important. A lot of kids don't understand that taking a hit to make a good play is just as important as finishing that play off. So those are kind of the two things I want to get through to them. I think the idea of moving the puck, playing with each other, it breeds kind of a good chemistry and environment in the locker room as well as on the ice. And you can see throughout the course of the season, the team starts to gel and they start to come together and they start to support each other even more. And they're willing to do the little things that they may not get the recognition from, but somebody else does. But in the long run, what it's all about is the fact that we win as a group and not as an individual.
McCann has been an awesome coach to me and all the kids before him and the team now. I think his just on-ice skills itself, I mean, he was a talented defenseman at Harvard, and his little tips to the game and things like that just make it so much easier for you to learn. And same with Coach Doherty, who's been here forever. He played here as a defenseman, went on to Bowdoin, and him, Coach Greer, just the little tips and their attitude towards the game, just having fun. It's okay to make mistakes. Yeah, they get on you, but they want you to go out there and just not make that same mistake again. And he just preaches to be a team and just to win as a team, lose as a team, and just to keep the compete level up, because as long as we're doing that, we should be successful.
He's the most respectful guy I've ever met in my life. The way he takes on the role of a head coach is unbelievable. He knows so much about the game, alongside Coach Greer and Coach Doherty, that all three of them put together, just a great coaching staff.
First on the ice, hockey IQ is important. To be able to see the player make decisions, read and react quickly, those are the things you kind of distinguish one's player from another. Off the ice, it's the character of the individual. It's their work ethic, it's their determination. It's kind of those qualities that are hard to pinpoint on kids, but you can see them on the ice, and especially I think off the ice. If the kid's a hard worker in the classroom, if he's a hard worker when it comes to strength and conditioning, that stuff translates onto the ice. You can't fake that stuff. So I think it's important to be able to talk to coaches, talk to other people to get a real feel for the kid, but especially meet them, get to know them. What they say about what their interests are and what they do, or the passion they have, that comes out when you spend time with the kid.